good morning, and good evening. The 30 power always for President the 30. Do the right thing, be safe, and God bless. Today, I just want to comment about what's going on and the voting of the Philippines for the senators and Marajas against Rocky. What can I say about that? The comments and things like that, Marajas and Rocky is given. I understand has been a president of the Philippines, so I know he has a bit more mouth and talkative, and he knows stuff as he's been a president. Rocky has been in politics for quite a while, so he knows stuff also. But what he becomes about is about honesty and personality, in the sense of, um, is like this. Rocky is a bit more a humble, honest person. Mara has been as a president before. All of us will know who he is as Mara has as a president, which he was shit. And if you guys decide to vote for Marajas, you guys are doing a wrong decision of we putting Marajas as to become a senator, which no way. We shouldn't do that. If you guys recall, as we coming into when our president the 30, he was before being a president, and when they're doing the elections, and what Marajas you were saying and doing it, and with this woman, keep forgetting her name. I don't even want to remember her name. This vice president, Lobredo. So I just want to remind all of you what Marajas was doing and trying to do. He was going against our president, and he was bad mouthing our president the 30 before the elections and stuff like that. And after the elections, when our president win and all that, Marajas, he was still bad mouthing our president. So I really don't get it. I don't know. I know he's a senior citizen, but I don't get it why he wants now to come in back into politics and wants to come into as being a senator. Of course, when you come in for a senator, you have your chance to go back into presidential seats and so on and so, as he had not the experience, because he had shit experience as a president. He was shit. The only thing he used to do is corruption also, and then still even before that, it was still corruption through Yolanda stuff. So if you guys are voting for Marajas, you guys doing the wrong decision. He knows how to talk, yes. He just has the mouth to talk, but doing it is shit. He will not do shit. Convincing people, yes, he has the mouth to convince you guys. And the way he's talking, yeah, great. Talking is great. Now, doing the things, what he says, that's completely different. So, if it were to be like this, I would like it, him to sign everything what he says, to sign and agree. That's what what he's saying he's going to do. That's exactly, he will sign an agreement of doing the things what he's saying to you is going to do as a voter, as to become a senator. Now, trying to talk and convincing people he's the best senator to be a senator and this and that. He has that. Convincing you guys, he has that. He can convince you with his own talk. The talk, he can do that. Now, doing the talk and doing the walk is two complete different things. Convincing and brainwashing people, saying one thing, and then as you are in there, will he do it? Will you trust Marajas to do being a senator? Will you trust Marajas to do anything? I don't think so, because he had that kind of opportunity. He hasn't done shit. Why should we give him that opportunity again to do it? Now, Rocky, to be a senator, brilliant. He's been there, he's doing it, he's been beside our president, he knows most of everything what our president would like it, and he want to do the right things also and for our people. So I would prefer Rocky to be the senator and not this Rojas. So please, I beg to all of you, vote for Rocky. Now, what you were saying about price of rice and everything, okay, Rojas, he knows because he has farms. He knows about rice and he knows the production of rice and all kind of stuff, but also he has farms in Rojas City. So rice is what our country produce. So prices and everything, bring it down. Okay, yes, I mean, why not? Because we put the rices up and it's expensive for poor people to buy it. And the class of the rice now, even if it's a bit shit rice, is still expensive. So we shouldn't put the rice up. Now, producing rice in the Philippines, yes, we have the capacity of producing rice for the Filipino without importing from other country. The only issue we have with, producing rice, one is we need help for the farmers from the government, because most of the people, it's not because they don't want to work, they don't want to plant, they have the land to plant. The only thing is to maintain it is also expensive. To work with it is also expensive. To do just 2 hectares or 3.5 hectares with a carabao is hard work. Now to maintain it, also to put all the products and to pest insects to kill and all kind of stuff is also hard, because you have to do it quite a few times and it can be expensive. So it's expensive to maintain, but also the farmers should get much more than what they get at this moment in time. One bag of rice, like the pila, it could like 50 kilos or something. It could be like, depends sometimes if the rice is low and everything. With the pila is about 500 and then or 600. It depends how the prices of the rices are. Still, I mean, you work so hard on a farm to get like 500 pesos per bag for with a pila. And then of course, some people, they have to work with, is like with a tracer and with turtle and everything, whoever has that, and then they take a percentage of it, and then the workers, it becomes expensive. So if we have the government's help and the government give us the money to and the farmers, then we can produce the rice in the Philippines without importing. We can do that. It's not a problem. So Rocky was saying to import and all kind of stuff. Yes, a while ago we importing, you know, the rice from other places, but you was everything was being corrupted and passing through the taxes and everything, which was really not really good at all. So importing rice from into our country, it was coming in legally, and we seized a lot of tonnage of rice coming through, like Thai and some other countries illegally, and that is tax free. And those people, what they were doing, that is a big money is involved in this. So importing, we can produce it in the Philippines if our government helps our farmers and gives the equipment and supports them with money. Also, can be done. Second, it was protecting the Filipino workers. Hello, we have qualified Filipinos workers. That's what I've been saying for so long. Give work to our people first, our Filipino first, not foreigners, not Canoes, not Chinese, not anything. Because, okay, if you're giving work to Chinese people or to foreigners anyway, if we go to China, if Filipino goes to China, if you're working illegally over there, what they're gonna do? One, they can put you in prison. Second, they can import you back home without nothing. But you will go prison first before they put you back home. So, do we need any people from outside to work? No. We have, our country have so many people, talented, can work and do anything. Doesn't matter if you have studies or not. One thing I don't like about it is if you have high school, lower school, with this and that, for you us to do a job, doesn't mean you have to have a high school or you have to have degrees or you have to have any kind of thing like that. People, they are smart and talented. People who has degrees and other things, they just have a paper, just a paper degree. You just study for it. But when it comes to do the work, you will not be able to manage that kind of work, because working is one thing, study is another. Now you study and doing work at the same time in what you study for, then is a different matter, because you get study, getting the experience, doing like we just put it over here, in UK, working experience. You can study a few days at school and you can work in that field you are studying for, then you becoming more experienced. So, and even people doesn't have schools, it doesn't have qualifications, we shouldn't put those people apart because they don't have no qualification. It doesn't matter if you have school or not. We have any kind of work, and for all of us in the Philippines to do. It could be cleaning, it could be do whatever, building, it could be do anything. Doesn't matter if you have school, it doesn't. As long as they want to work, they can do anything, is there. So we shouldn't discriminate people who doesn't have no studies. Oh, you don't have no studies, you're not good. Oh, you cannot read or you cannot write, not good. No, those people, we should have put them in places because it is work for all of them. It could be whatever. It could be cleaning the streets. It could be doing anything, either way, or gardening, or farming, or building, whatever. We should help them. The other second is about the telco rights, because telco, for the internet, you were seeing it. You know what? I will not give a chance, like you were saying, telco, this and that. I will not give it a chance to this company anymore, because they have been given a chance and they blow it. So why should we give them another second chance or the third chance to them? I know, competition is good. It's not only for the internet competition, but also should have for water supplies, for electricity, and things like that. Because we have only one place which does the electricity, which they can really, they are annoying people, and then everything is budget this, budget that, because budgets, when they have budgets there for their community they have, the only thing is the people's managing the budgets, they are putting some of them, most of it, on their pockets. So this is a big problem we have. We still have a lot of corruption everywhere, and we're still going to have for such a long time. And if we don't have our president Duterte in this place continuously, and then we're going to have much bigger problems after, if he leaves his term. So I do hope our president continue being our president until he's well, until whatever the end of his days. So this is what I ask all of you. But, coming with this and public sector, another one of employing people, companies. The main thing and what I hate about it is companies makes the employers paying their own medical, paying for their own uniform. You have to pay for you to apply for a job. This is wrong. This should be illegal. Our president and these senators who want to be a senator, and I ask Roque, Roque, make sure, and please put it for Filipinos when they're applying for a job. It's not them who pays for their medicals. It's not them who's going to pay for their own uniforms, and it's not them who's going to pay for any kind of anything when you apply for your own, a job. And being discriminated because qualifications and you don't have a high school and all kind of stuff, that should be stopped. Because you don't have to have a high school for you to do a job. You can learn, you can become better in anything as you continuously doing every day. Nobody is experiencing anything until they start their own work And for the first day, second day, everything is a bit confusing, but you get used to it like everything else in life. So that employers should be barred for asking that to the employee to pay for their own of forms and medicals and all kind of stuff and uniforms. That should be stopped. People work in supermarkets, they stay there 8 hours, 12 hours a day standing on the counter. That is also, that's very bad. In high heels, because you have to have a kind of uniform. You should wear a uniform, you should wear a shoes which is comfortable with for the whole day. Okay, but for some people and for some employers, they are so idiotic, which they push in and then they're abusing the humankind. We are still human and we still have to work, that's fine. But don't push it and don't abuse it. So for the last, I will ask you guys, please, vote for Rocky, not Rojas. We already know Rojas, who he is. Yeah, and I don't like to see this guy as a senator anywhere. Let him go back to Roja City and continue with his farming, continue with his retirement and stuff like that. So please vote for Rocky and just do the right thing and be safe and God bless. And the 30 power, always support President Duterte, do the right thing and always be safe, as I already repeated a few times. But please vote for Rocky, not for Rojas. Take care. God bless. Bye bye.